1. What is up? Glad you could join us. It's On the Grill. Dave Mitchell, Mike Iversell, Sean Belegian. We're all, what'd you say, about 10 to 12 minutes away from a food coma?
Yeah.
10 to 12 minutes, is that fair?
That's being nice. I said we hit play on this and just take a nap and let everyone watch us. Meat nap. Unbelievable. I've already been.
We'd wake up and you and Sean would be cuddling. You
Right.
guys would
Well,
be.
we might be spooning.
It's going to get colder tonight. You never know. I mean, once I got past the meat sweats in the middle of that steak, I'm all right now. I'm good.
So, how do I even begin with this? First of all, we want to thank the butchery in Sylvan Lake. Unbelievable. Dave, yes, thank you very much. I should be wearing the shirt. I apologize. Mine's dirty. Dave
the Butcher?
Dave the Butcher. Yes, yes. Not to be confused with Dave the Hammer. But thank you very much for hooking us up. We really appreciate it. We got some great meats. So we did short ribs today, and we did a tomahawk steak. In case you missed it, we put the pictures all over Twitter. Mitchell, I got to tell you, you know better than anybody out there how immature he and I are.
Yes.
And here's the thing, like, by ourselves, we're both immature, right? Like, I'm probably 13, Mike's probably 13. When we get together, our maturity level probably drops to 9.
Yes.
Is that fair? Is that a fair statement?
It's fair, and then today was like the 9-year-olds on Christmas morning. Okay? On Christmas morning, waking up and having this, and then opening, and then you found your toys, you put it together, you put your toys together throughout the day, and then you went out with no jacket on to ride your bike, or to shoot your gun, whatever it is, and that's how happy you were. Carrying the meat in, it was like, so if that's an analogy, it was like 2 9-year-olds.
I mean, I pulled up here at 8 a.m. and I'm finishing a text as he's running out the door.
Yeah.
Like this, and we prepped all
And
the meat.
he's running down the stairs, seeing the gifts.
Oh,
Then you open them.
He brought me the pack of short ribs, and I opened them, and we looked
then you
at
put it all together,
Wonderful.
and then
It was so
on it.
wonderful.
When it was finally done, you guys were like, and now it's like the evening where you fall asleep with your gun or you fall asleep with your bike.
Oh,
and
we should have some of those short rib bones right here.
Oh no! You know what we did though when we went into the butchery, the first thing that we saw in the window was the tomahawk steak.
The Red Ryder BB gun.
The Red Ryder BB gun.
Oh my God!
And we almost shot our
because he was looking in a window at the beginning.
Mike pretended like he grabbed the tomahawk steak, and we played a rousing edition of Cowboys and Indians right there. We really did, like, you know, when you were kids.
It was almost like an Atlanta Braves game. Let's be honest,
Do
Dave.
you remember the Christmas story where he dreams about the Indians and he shoots all the robbers?
Yes. So Dave, what you missed was how this came full circle was Sean went down and was messing with the grill as I went upstairs and got the tomahawk steak. And I did run through the house and come on downstairs.
He was Sid Bream. He scored the winning run. He scored the winning run to beat the Pirates.
To meet health code, I put it on the grill and then just had the butcher paper and I ran around like Sid Bream running around the bases. I didn't limp as bad as Sid Bream and I was a little bit faster.
I'm going to call you guys Ralphie and Randy.
I stated this is for Sid Bream as I started running.
I could see you guys being Ralphie and Randy. Mike is going to come over. I can't put my arms down. Sean protects them, and Mike just follows Sean around like this. This is
you're getting it now, aren't you?
This is a Christmas story in July.
We're gonna be blind.
Yeah, so blind us.
So we did a tomahawk steak and we did the short ribs. And what we did with the short ribs is we did one just traditional. We put the rub on there. We did put it on the sides too. Shout out to our buddy Keith for reminding us to do that. And there's some construction going on behind me.
They're heading on. They're building on the palace.
He's on fire today.
The guest corner, they are. They're building out of the palace.
You didn't get out much this week. We let you out one time, and you are all over us.
Yeah,
all over
seriously,
us.
man.
So we had. I used on 2 of them. I just used rub. The other 2, I used apple cider vinegar, and it's all about taste. What do you like? Like Dave, you told me you like the ones without apple cider vinegar.
I like the texture. I liked it better. Yes.
And there was a little bit of a difference in the texture of the meat.
It was not as juicy. It was a little more dry.
We can only assume it was due to the apple cider vinegar. It was really the only thing different. And then we went after the two that you put that apple cider vinegar on. And I've got to let the cat out of the bag. I do believe you were crying on that first bite.
It was, yeah.
It was changed.
There were tears.
And can we say to all you pork rib lovers that two of us, not me, declared they may never eat pork ribs again?
Now it's you and me, right? What are you always say Mike and I gang up. Now it's you and me.
I'm trying to figure out where I fit in the movie. The only place I can figure out is I'm the kid that you told to stick your tongue out.
I just say, yeah, you're the kid that that was the buddy.
Yeah, the buddy that every once in a while, your buddy, and you have to do some weird things.
I just got you to stick your tongue to the light.
Totally, you totally did. And so here I am on the beef. Thanks.
It was the first bite with the apple cider vinegar. And I know you guys agreed with this. It reminded me so much of a juicy brisket.
Yes,
it really
it was.
It was the thick end of one of the pieces of the short ribs, and it really did. It reminded me of a good juicy piece of brisket.
And they had a little pot roasty in there too.
Yeah,
it had like an incredible cut of meat there. That was wow. And our first time.
Yes.
And nailed it.
I know. We eventually that's going to end. We're going to screw something up real soon.
We thought today was going to be the day. We got close. We were struggling with the temp. When we'll get to the next part, we put that big steak on there, which we think is what altered the juiciness. I think being in the back and being in the front, we'll play around with that again. But nailed it.
Well, Mitchell again. I got to give Mariano Rivera credit. He came in for the save. As you and I were running around with chickens with our head cut off, Mitchell was like, "I'll take a picture of the flame." So that Mitchell, you got the picture of the flame because
that's the picture of the year.
That was literally that's the moment that Mike is talking about. We were in that zone where if we screwed up, we screwed it all up. It was
at that point we were at about 132 when we flipped that steak.
Yes,
and we knew we've got probably 5 after. We don't want to go anywhere past. So we were just like, now. We waited. We turned that flame off after that big thing and waited for it. And we weren't even thinking. You're like, I got this. Oh, yeah. That picture.
It was, in the best way to describe it, Tomahawk. It's a ribeye. It's a ribeye.
A massive ribeye.
Yeah, it's a massive ribeye. There's going to be some fat on there, as we all saw. But yeah, I mean, tender, juicy. It was a nice. Medium rare. I could even go a little bit more rare, but
yes. we could have.
Mariano saved it for us.
Yes,
we got it at bases loaded jam, and you came out and you were the Sandman.
So where we would go next time is we took it at 135, thinking we'd end in between. We just go early at about a 129 before 130, and I think we'll hit it probably right where we would like it.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I mean that, as I said, if you follow us on Twitter. That's the best steak I have ever pulled off a grill.
I'm not going to argue with that.
I mean, from the sear on it to just that light season, as you said on that one, you got that one bite with the pepper on it, and you bammed it even more to the juiciness, the flavor. I mean, again, to the butchery, to Dave, unbelievable cut of meat. For those that are listening, you have to get out to Sylvan Lake. You have to get to this place. If anything, to just talk to Dave. We were calling him the meat scientist. I mean, he knows exactly what to do, what he's doing. He's playing around there, making his own sausage. He's got awesome swag. Get the hat, awesome hat. I mean, but back to the best steak I've ever had.
I'm not going to argue that. And you know, the funny thing is, Mike, I think you were the first one to say it. When you put it down on the kitchen table, it smelled like a steakhouse.
Yeah,
it did. It had that. Wow, I'm in an old school steakhouse, you know. Yes. So, what did you prefer, Mitch? Did you like the steak? Did you like the beef ribs? If you had, death not an option, pick one.
The beef ribs. Yep.
You?
Tomahawk. That was the best piece of meat I've ever tasted. Boom, boom.
You know what? It was the best meat I've ever tasted. I think from a pleasure standpoint, I've never done beef ribs before.
Right.
I've never done short ribs before. So that made Papa proud.
Okay.
With the rub.
Yeah,
The rub is
that
outstanding.
made Papa proud. That was
Yeah.
like, and now like we have this rack. Yes, we're gonna have our playoff show, which could be a disaster, especially on Monday, depending on when we tape that. But we have like a big rack of beef ribs, and I can't wait to do it now. Like I literally I can't wait to do it.
Yep, we're gonna do some research. We're gonna figure out the best way to do it because that was that was the second time I've officially done the short ribs. I'm gonna be honest. I've never even seen a rack of beef ribs like
No.
we have in
No.
that fridge right now.
No.
It is Fred Flintstone. It's a rack of ribs. It's unbelievable. I wouldn't even begin to know.
The Brontosaurus ribs.
There we go.
What's it-
Fred
I mean,
Flintstone
it
and Barney
could-
Rubble.
it
There
could-
it is again. Yep. There we go.
I mean, it could be as easy as the same thing. We'll research it. We'll look
Yeah.
into that. Anybody with some ideas out there, go ahead, shoot them at us. We're not afraid. I mean,
No.
we experimented today. We'll do it again.
Yes, you did.
But guys, I can't stress enough to ignore Dave.
You were
Get to the butchery.
Butchery.
Get to the butchery.
Try it,
For sure,
definitely.
absolutely.
Straight down
100%.
Orchard Lake. You know what? We're very lucky. We have a meat man who remains mysterious, elusive. You never know. And we have a meat scientist, and he is on Orchard Lake in Sylvan Lake. It's called the Butchery. We have a big barbecue planned on Monday where, no joke, Mike is coming over again at 8 in the morning. I'll meet him at the door again at 8 in the morning. We will move his smoker downstairs, and we're gonna.
So it's like Santa Claus coming.
Yes.
He's coming
Yes.
bearing gifts.
Yes. And we're gonna set our smokers right up next to each other, and we are
that's
gonna
cute.
be.
That's
We
good.
what now? What are you gonna do?
I am going to do pulled pork. I'm going to get a bone-in Boston butt. I've got a new rub I've been waiting to use. Of course, I'm going to duck fat it.
Yes. After
Depending on the weight, I really think 5 pounds is going to be plenty for what we're throwing out there
Yeah.
on that day. That'll put me at 7.5 hours. I'm going to go 5 hours unwrapped, 2.5 hours wrapped. It's easy. It's simple to me now with the pulled pork. I don't even need to have the meat thermometer, and I just know exactly what it's going to be.
Isn't that awesome? I'm gonna do the beef ribs, and I'm gonna do a brisket.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a
I
brisket.
can't.
as well.
I waited. Was that about 3 years ago? 4 years ago we did that beef brisket. I've been waiting
Yes.
since then to have it. I can't wait.
Do you want to do some Mitchell chicken?
I don't even know what day. What day is this? Monday.
See, this is what hurts me. I
bring
want
something- yeah, we'll
I
figure something
want
out.
you to be involved in our
I'm
reindeer
going to.
games.
I will.
I told
You
you
can
I'm
be
gonna
Ralphie's
need
little
help.
brother.
No,
I need help.
no.
I
That's,
need
that's
help.
Randy over there.
I need help.
I'll show up with something.
I've got bacon
I'm not
wrapped
gonna be the one. I'm
avocados.
not going to be the one-upper guy over there, but I'll show up with something.
I need help with the bacon wrapped avocados, the jalapeno poppers.
I still have
It's
some
jalapeno
mango and
poppers.
coconut pepper sauce that I bought for the
Oh,
wings.
for the wings, yeah.
That sauce.
Do that.
I'll bring something
With
over.
Yeah,
coconut
do
in
that.
it.
What's that?
Coconut.
It's a mango and coconut pepper sauce. I don't know. I found it for the wings when we were supposed to
See,
do them.
that's here's
we
the
took
thing.
the time off. And
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with the wings, though, is like I'm gonna have to wait until all the big meat's done. Like until one of our smokers are clean, we can't put the wings on until later, right? We can.
Yeah, I can drop. I've got about 4 racks.
Okay.
I'll drop that pork butt on the bottom rack,
Whoa.
and we'll have at
This
least
is
2
what
or 3.
happens. You guys are seeing
now,
this happening
here's
now.
the thing
This
that
is what
here's the thing that so
Mike starts
what
talking.
what
Sean gets
I
excited,
might do
and
because what would worry me is that chicken dripping
I
onto
usually
the,
check my phone at this point.
the pork. We don't want salmonella
Yeah,
pork.
yeah.
We'll do it in reverse. I'll put the pork up top, and I'll put the wings down at the bottom. And
Salmonella pork. We don't want
and then
salmonella pork.
once I wrap, or we can do it once I wrap the pork. It doesn't matter. So that final 2.5 hours.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
But we'll want those chicken wings earlier, so we'll do it earlier. I will just put them below the pork.
You couldn't check your phone, by the way. Did you hear him? This is the point in which I usually check
I
my
would.
phone.
When you two get going,
You can't check your
I'm being
phone.
polite now. I'm being.
That's very good. Well, hey, you better be here on Monday.
I'll be back.
I'm worried. I'm going to tell you right now. Like I was so
I'm gonna show up. It's gonna be you and Mike.
I was so
like just go.
okay.
With all of our
I don't think
friends.
that's gonna be, but I also put some odds out, some Mitchell betting odds, and we can't share them right now.
Did you put some odds?
Yeah, we have some. We have some Mitchell betting odds. So I'm not.
Well, wait. I'm gonna cut you off here because it just popped into my head.
It's a lot of
Dave.
things popping.
Dave, would you like to share what you did? You had me do for you? Because I mean, you give
I
us.
think I told you last time.
You give us a hard time about.
I owe you $20.
You're addicted. You're addicted to gambling.
I
And you're
put
addicted.
$20
And you're
on the
addicted to
Tigers.
dip. What did you do?
I put $20 on the Tigers to
You
win the
bet.
Central.
You bet.
I made a wager. Yes.
So as I sent that one text out, when are you dipping? It's the only thing left to
I'm
do.
not. I'm not. You're like, we got Mitchell to bet. Now we need to get him to dip.
Spooning?
We got Mitchell to grill. We got Mitchell to. Next, I'm gonna stick my tongue on a flagpole.
So wait.
That's the next thing. Damn it. Wait till it gets frosty outside. Yeah, there we go. It's not gonna stick. All right, here we go.
I
I'm not-
triple dog dare
My
you to
gosh.
take the Tigers to win the Central.
My
I
God.
can't believe you took the Tigers to win the Central.
I was looking great when they were 2-1, and then 2-1 and up 4-1 yesterday. I'm thinking, yeah. Then they went to the bullpen.
I did it just because I had to because it was just karma. So when I called them, Dave wanted 20. I'm like, yeah, for 40.
Because what? You win $1,000 if they win it, right?
I could take that ticket and throw it in the garbage right now.
They're 2-2.
Anything
What place
can
are they-
happen.
What place are they in right now?
But I had to do it because I just
Who's
love
winning the
bet.
division?
White Sox.
No, they're 1-2, right?
Yeah, White Sox are not.
Cleveland's 2-1. Minnesota's 2-1.
They're half game out.
Cleveland didn't play yesterday. Did Minnesota play yesterday? I don't remember.
They're half game out.
I just had to, I'm sorry.
They're half game out.
I cut you off. I'm
We're
sorry.
almost-
I had
we're
to-
almost like
I had to get-
15%.
I had to get a new degenerate gambler. in
We're
here.
almost like 50% of the season. They're only half game out.
Would you like me to help you set up your online account?
Get in there. Will you spoon?
I did set my fantasy baseball at it.
I know. I was just talking about that. I
I do
gotta
like that.
I gotta go send
So
that.
hold up. So FanDuel sent out $10 to everybody as a welcome back to sports opening day. Who won $16?
Get in there. See, that's what
This
I'm
guy.
talking about.
Who won $16 and has 2 thumbs? This guy.
All right, we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you soon. We'll check in Monday at some point in time.
Monday.
Peace.
The odds.